evening and welcome to the post-game press conference for the FIBA Asia Cup 2022. Group C game between Iran and Japan. The game ended with 88 and 76 in favor of Iran. Japan's coach Tom Hoves and Inoue Soichiro have joined us. So may I ask you to switch off your mobile phones. The press conference will be conducted in English. Coach Hoves, can you tell us your comments?
Yeah. We had a hard time stopping them, and we had a hard time scoring. So we've had a couple games like this, one against Australia and against China, when we have a hard time getting into the paint and finishing it. We kind of lose a little bit of our balance and the rhythm to our offense. So this is something we have to improve on for sure. We got to get better at attacking that type of defense. We just didn't play well. We never really got into a rhythm, and Iran was a big part of that. They're a veteran team. They had a couple mismatches, obviously in the low post with just the size, and when 5 went out of the game, 8 caused some mismatch problems for us as well. And they're a veteran team, and they really attacked us on that end of the floor as well. So it just felt like an uphill battle almost from the beginning. And when we couldn't score in the second and third quarter, it was really difficult for us. I loved how we played in the fourth quarter. We got some stops. We were scrappy. We were being super aggressive because the game was getting out of control. So I loved how we ended the game, and we just have to learn from it and get better. So we'll have a day to get ready and see who we play next.
Thank you, Coach. Inoue, can you please tell us your comments?
「結果的にはイランに負けて僕たちは2位で予選通過ってことだったんですけど、ゲームの内容としては第1クォーターから第3クォーターまで相手のスイッチディフェンスに自分たちのオフェンスが対応できなくて、それでディフェンスでもあまりいいところで相手のオフェンスを崩せなくて、でそれで流れが全然回ってこない中で、第4クォーターはそのオールコートのトラップディフェンスとか、もっとベンチでプレーでもなかった人たちがそのトランジションをどんどん作り出していって流れを変えてっていうので、少しはその日本のバスケができたと思うんで、その第4クォーターに見せたその日本のバスケットボールを次の試合にしっかり活かせたらいいなって思います。
At the end of the day, Japan is ranked second in the group, and there's a reason for that, which is we couldn't handle the switch defense that Iran had performed, and from there was just no flow that our team for the majority of the game time. Trap defense also was a problem from the match, but overall we still played the basketball that the Japanese team has developed. So all in all, we hope that we could still play our style of basketball in the next matches.
Any questions in English?
Hi, Coach. For Coach, you mentioned that you had some struggles during the second and third quarters. For a team that plays a specific style of way like you do, obviously when the shots aren't going down, that's tough. But how do you keep the team focused on just playing the way that you set the team out to play, the 5-out, shooting, cutting inside, and not stray away from that kind of style?
No, we'll never stray away from it. Even at halftime, we were down 14 points, and this style, as you know, once you get going, 14 points is nothing. We can make that up quickly, and it's so there's a balance to what we do, and if you take away part of that, we got out of rhythm. So it was. We shot 20 free throws, which actually isn't bad. That means we're attacking the paint. We just didn't finish very well. I think we can attack it a little bit more. We always talk about not losing to the other team's physicality. I think we lost to that for a majority of the game. And you just can't do that. Iran's too good. So, well, I mean, we'll get better. We just have to find an answer. We have to find some answers. And again, I liked how we ended it, so some of the bench players really picked it up for us.
Coach Reza Tahiri from BBC World. First of all, congratulations to your team.
Thank you.
We enjoy
Oh.
the game from Japan.
Thank you.
Japan make a very good game. My question is, as we saw, you take the Iran and the end of the game under the pressure in the defense.
Mm-hmm.
What did you not learn from the start with the defense? It's belong that your team has no energy more. You have no energy for all of the game. As you said, you are coming from the qualification from World Championship next year. Why you didn't take the more pressure? For Iran take it under the pressure in defense.
Why didn't we pressure more?
Yeah, pressure in defense.
So it's kind of strange. We've against Kazakhstan, we full court pressured and we were doing our traps and they beat it. And then we backed into we started really relying on our half court defense, which was great. And that got us back into the Kazakhstan game. And then against Syria, it was kind of the same thing. We were better. We weren't gambling full court, trapping as much, and we got better. We were better defensively, playing that style. So we started that way today. I don't think it was a matter. I think in my opinion, I felt like we thought we could win just playing offense and not really focusing on the defense, and that's not how we have to be. We have to be defense-minded to get into our transition and to get into our sets. So I think we started it a little bit. We didn't have the energy that we needed to have. And then in the second and the third quarter, we started picking it up, but then Iran just really took advantage of mismatches. And as you saw, they had three or four backdoor plays because we were picking up the pressure, and then they're smart where they can just pick that apart. So there was they had some counters for that. In the fourth quarter, I went with a young big point guard and in Kai Taves and some of the younger guys, and their energy was great. We were obviously taking chances in the full court, trapping and doing different things, and it worked. I just don't know if you can play that way against their starters. It's a gamble.
You know, I said in my news report, the Japan make a haragiri.
Yeah, what's that?
The Japan makes a haragiri now. End of the game.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Coach, just want to ask, definitely the road isn't getting any
Yeah.
Now on? How do you guys approach it?
Yeah, well, we wait and see who our opponent is. In tournaments with 16 teams, that's why our goal was to win our group, because in tournaments with 16 teams, you have that qualifying game to get into the quarterfinals, which is always a tough thing because you're playing somebody good. But look, this team has 3 games under our belt. We need to learn from this and just get better. So obviously, it's the longer you go in a tournament, the harder it's going to be. But we've got to be better, and we will be better. So we're still excited about our chances. Yeah.
So there are questions from Kaz Nagatsuka from Sportiva. Coach, Japan showed some outstanding defensive effort toward the end of the game, and how important do you think it was for your team to show that kind of resiliency moving forward in this tournament?
Yeah, no, that's a good question, Kaz. We always talk about playing 40 minutes a game, and I loved how we finished. So in order to beat teams like Japan or Australia or China or Korea, some of these really good teams, Philippines, New Zealand, you've got to, you can't play 20 minutes or you can't play 18 minutes. It's got to be more. But I do love how we finished that game, and the bench really picked it up. So that's a positive sign for sure. Hopefully some of these younger guys can continue getting chances and continue to help.
Another question is, Coach. From the Takeshi Shibata, the Irons player number 8, Yakachari, did the most of the damage in the opening quarter by scoring 12. And in the second quarter and on, it seemed like so difficult to stop anything they gave you. What was not working for you defensively today?
So we had Nishida on him initially, and Nishida is a really good defender. He's big, he's physical, and he's sticky, so he can stick on players pretty well. He got 2 fouls in the first, I think, 2.5 minutes. So when we took him out, Tominaga was a little undersized. He got beat on a couple backdoor plays, and then I put Suda in, who's a very good defender, on-ball defender. He was a little undersized as well, and it was hard to. We knew 8 was a great player, and once he got rolling, it was hard to stop. Yeah, we tried everything. We tried switching. We tried some traps. We tried some drop defenses. We tried a lot of different. We tried a zone. Couldn't rebound out of it. We were trying several different things. It didn't work today.
Okay. Last questions. Especially Japan allowed many points from transition situation. Is this a problem for shoot selection or just a lack of sprint back?
What was the question?
Especially Japan allowed many points from transition situation.
So that was, no, I think that was more off of turnovers. They had, I want to say they had 16 points off of turnovers in the first half. And that was off of 10 turnovers. So we fixed that in the second half. We only had 4 turnovers in the second half, and I think they ended up with 22 points. So that was off of turnovers. We were trying to attack in transition. We turned the ball over, and then they got fast breaks.
Okay. The very last question, Coach. Yep. From Masatoshi Kuwahara from Kyodo News. 2 wins and 1 lose in Group C. What do you think the team needs for and prepare for the tournament from 19th?
Yeah, well, what do we need more? We need to attack certain defenses better. We just have to remain confident in what we're doing. This is basketball, and we shot the ball great against Syria. We didn't shoot the ball great. It was 33%, I think, from three, which isn't awful, but that was mostly in the fourth quarter. So in the meat of the game, in the second and third quarter, we were dry. We didn't score very well. So we just have to get better at that, and obviously pick up the intensity on the defensive end right from the beginning. That's 2 games we didn't do that, so that's got to change.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.
This is the end of the first part of the press conference. We'll be back soon with the Team Iron.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the second part of this post-game press conference. We now have with us Team Iran's coach, Coach Said Armagani and Muhammad Jamshidi. Congratulations, Coach Said. Can you please tell us your comments?
First of all, I would like to congratulate to both teams, Japan and Iran, because I believe that it was a really exciting game. We knew that playing against Japan is very difficult because they have many good shooters. But I believe that we played very well defense. And because of good defense, we had good rhythm in offense, and we could control the game and made a really sweet win. And it seems that day by day we play better games, and I believe and hope that we can go on like that and go on in this tournament. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Muhammad, can you please also give us your comments?
Hello, everyone. I think we had a tough game. We knew that, but my opinion is we had a good game plan for this game. As you can see, Japan team shot less attempts in three-pointer. They have way less assists than the previous games. I think we could control their three-pointer and out-rebound them in the offense and defense ends of the floor. And I think that was the key to win the game.
Thank you. Any questions in English?
Good evening, Coach. My name is Adrian here from Men Basket Indonesia. My first question is, before the game, what is your game plan? What do you see? What is the weakness of Japan for you? And the second question is, how do you rate the performance of Behnam Yachali so far? Thank you.
So I talked with my player before the game that the key is our one-on-one defense. If we have good one-on-one defense, we can win the game. And I believe that I did it very well. As I told you, it's really difficult play against Japan. With that kind of style they play, you know, they move the ball very fast, they penetrate, kick the ball, and they have really good shooters. And we could control this, and that's why I believe that we win the game. About Behnam Yakhchiali is really a good player. All of my players are good, and I believe that we play team basketball. I mean, as a team we play good, and of course we have some players have responsibility for scoring, and some player less about that and more in defensively. So we share these responsibilities in our team, and I believe that we did it very well. So as a Behnam is a really good player, but not only he played well, I believe that we played well as a team.
Any other questions?
Okay, Esmal, congratulations for the won the game. The third game, you win, and you are going now to the second round. You have two-day rest, and after that, against Jordan and Taiwan. My first question is about the game. As we saw, your diagram is not stable on the game. Your diagram is up and down. And my question is, it's belong to your concentration or your team energy? That your team had not too much energy that they can make the stable diagram, or it's belong to the concentration from the team?
I think somehow is natural because Japan is very fast team, and we have put too much energy in defense and in transition defense. That's why I believe that we got tired. And in offense, we lose the rhythm. We couldn't play fast, we couldn't move the ball, and we couldn't put the ball that position we would like to put. And that was the problem a little bit, you know, as you told, we had up and down. But the main things I think we have to concentrate that for whole game, we controlled the game. And anytime we need to score, somebody came and scored, let's say, really good position, and then we can keep this distance between us and Japan.
Last one, I forget to say to you, congratulations, because you can dictate your system to the Japan, especially started in second quarter. What's your lovely or your likely team for the next round? One from the West or East, Taiwan or Jordan? What do you?
What I prefer?
What is for your favorite?
I believe that it doesn't matter which team is coming. We cannot effort on this kind of things. We have to understand and to start to work and scout both team and get ready for play with both. Both of two teams are very good teams, and they play, let's say, different styles of basketball, and it's very difficult to play against them. So I don't know which one is better. We wait and we prepare team against the team we are going to play.
Any other questions? Well, thank you, Coach Said. Thank you, Mohammed. This is the end of the post-game press conference.